Hey guys, welcome to the Bright Side. I'm Chad Hansen. We're here again this week, just finding great things that God's doing in the Kingdom of Grants Pass. And as you can see, I'm in a little chair. We didn't shrink the room. I'm in a kindergarten classroom of Amy Thompson at Lincoln Elementary School. Hundreds of teachers in our community just got disrupted. They love kids. That's why they got into education. And so we've got all kinds of things going on where teachers and educators and people that just got into working in education because they love kids are reaching out to their kids. And so we're going to highlight a story today with Amy here at Lincoln Elementary. Been here a long time. Amy, how long have you been in elementary education?
This is my 25th year, and I've done all of it here in District 7.
And I can tell you, I've been with Amy for like 10 minutes, and I can tell you, she totally loves kids. She's even dressed in Lincoln Elementary mascot clothes today. She's all in. And you can tell just by the love in her classroom, the pictures on the wall, the mementos, the way the classroom's set up, these kids are being loved. And so, Amy, you miss your kids.
Greatly.
And so God put something on your heart to reach out to your kids. Can you just tell us about that a little bit?
Well, I'm a big relationship person. I'm a hugger. My kids know I love them. I tell them every single day that I love them. So when this all kind of started, I just knew, I sensed and I felt that I needed to stay connected with them from the very beginning. And so as soon as we heard that we weren't going to be able to go back into our classrooms for a little while, the first thing I did was I sent them all a postcard and let them know that if they wrote me back, that I would write them as well. I just wanted them to know that they were loved, they were cared for, and that I missed them greatly. So one of the greatest parts is that I've had kids writing me back, and so that's been fun. I've kind of been like a kid going to the mailbox, seeing who wrote me back, so that I can write the kids back. And then I also knew with my own family at home that I was going to need to do something too to be creative and to connect with my kids. And so one weekend when we were having our family time, because right now that's all we can do is have time with our own families, is I said, let's all go to the river. So my girls and my husband and I, we all went to the river. We went to Griffin Park, and I said, let's find rocks, and then we're going to paint these like bumblebees. Now, our kindergarten has where the bumblebees and the ladybugs and the butterflies, and I happen to be the bumblebees, and my kids all know that. So I was like, I'll just make a rock for them, and then I'm going to go leave it at their doorstep. So my daughters helped me collect them and paint them, and that's kind of what started it all.
And so you went to everybody's house and dropped off a rock with your name on it, that you love them, and a bumblebee.
Yes, and I communicate with my families through a thing called Dojo. So I did let my families know that a little something would be waiting for them, either on their porch or in their mailbox. We did social distancing. I didn't knock on any doors or anything, but I just left a little piece of me behind so that they could have that at home.
So what was the response like?
It was pretty awesome. I will say that the day that I left them was probably the best day that I've had.
That's so sweet.
Just because I felt connected with my kids, and it brought me so much joy. Teachers cry; it's just what we do. But yeah, it just brought me close to my kids, and I just felt a connection. And then the very next day, with less than 24 hours, I get a message from a parent that says, hey, we're wearing gloves. Can you come out? We have something for you. And then I got a little surprise from one of them too. And I also got a surprise in one of the mailboxes as I was leaving one of the little bees.
So guys, right here, I will clean my hands after this and swab this place down. But this little girl, she went out and picked some flowers, dried them, pressed them on, made this little card. It says, thank you for the bee rock. I picked these flowers for you yesterday. This is a little kindergartner, so we have a good teacher here. They're writing good legible sentences with handwriting. We've got other ones like homemade cards with just some really thoughtful, some time were put into these, and they're super sweet.
This is the one that was so...
Oh, this one's awesome. This is one of...
and I think it speaks for the kids right now.
Yeah, so this is probably speaks to Mrs. Thompson's class. And this little child wrote a letter. It says, Mrs. Thompson, I wish I can see you one more time. Love, Nash. So if Nash, you're out there, you're going to see Mrs. Thompson one more time. But so we just wanted to try to capture something super sweet happening in our community, Amy, and we serve a God that just he gives good gifts, and it's so fun to give. And we say all the time, it's better to give than to receive, right?
Absolutely.
And so you can testify to that, amen?
I can, absolutely.
So was there something that God has just like been teaching you in this that you're so thankful for?
You know, it was something that at the very beginning, that it just kind of spoke to me, and I knew I wasn't alone,
Yeah.
and we're never alone. And I think that's what God tells us every day. You're never alone.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
that's what I wanted my kids to know. And there are teachers everywhere, all through District 7, all through the nation. They're delivering postcards. They are taking supplies to their kids. They're working through their churches as well. So they're all through Grants Pass. I'm very humbled that I was one that you wanted to highlight, because I know that there are all through Grants Pass and Three Rivers. They're everywhere, and their hearts are hurting just as much as mine, because they just want a hug from their kids.
So guys, let's keep looking at the bright side. And if I could go back to kindergarten and didn't have to sit in this chair, I'd want to be in Mrs. Thompson's class. So just thank you guys, and hey, Grants Pass, choose to have a good day. God bless.